What's up, everyone? Ryan here, and I'm back with another College Football 25 Kentucky Dynasty Mode Series video. Today, we have a Week 5 matchup here in Year 3 between South Carolina and Kentucky. This Kentucky team is ranked number 3 in the nation right now. We will be in Lexington, Kentucky today, home field advantage with Big Blue Nation fired up for our first Southeastern Conference matchup of the year. So our freshman quarterback, Stephen Bullock, has had a great start to this year as a freshman, has really dominated at the quarterback position. He's made a couple mistakes, but he's still playing great. And he will have his true test here against a South Carolina defense that's looking to shock the world with a huge upset here. This South Carolina team is sitting undefeated. They're 4-0. They're 1-0 in the conference. They beat Texas last week, 19-14. So yes, they held that high-powered Texas offense to only 14 points, and they scored 19 against that great defense. So they are coming off that win with a lot of momentum. But this Kentucky team is sitting 3-0. We beat Akron in Week 1, had a bye week in Week 2. Crushed Nebraska. That was our only ranked game of the season, or a game against a ranked opponent. We crushed Nebraska. And then last week, we scored 45 points against South Alabama, but that South Alabama team scored 35 points against our defense. So our new defensive coordinator, Brent Cobb, has really been up and down this season as a defensive coordinator. You know, our assistant defensive coordinator Jerry has been helping a lot, and hopefully Jerry and Brent Cobb can come up with a really good game plan to shut down this South Carolina offense. Now, they are worse overall than last year, so South Carolina lost a lot. They actually are worse overall this year than they were the past 2 years. But we can't let that kind of change the way we play, because this is a rivalry game. This is our first SEC game. It's going to be a hard-fought game, and the team that's most physical and the team that does not turn over the football is the team who will win this matchup here in Week 5. So today we're going to go through the top stories, take a look at the updated top 25, and then after that, update you on some recruits we got after the last episode. We did get our first recruit, and then of course diving into the game, and then this week's recruiting at the end of the video. So I have timestamps for you all just like always, so feel free to jump ahead to the game if you want to go ahead and do that. And if you get some enjoyment, be sure to drop a like. It really helps the channel. Subscribe for more, and there's plenty more sports game content here on the Gamerability YouTube channel. Okay, so starting with the top stories here, Virginia Tech with a huge upset against the Clemson Tigers, 42-36, and Clemson drops to be the 21st ranked team in the nation with that loss. That is a huge win. There's been so many upsets this year already, and we are only in Week 5. So, well, this is only through 4 weeks, and there's been so many upsets. And there was another upset. Number 9 Oregon dropped to number 12 Washington. This top 25, I feel like this year it's going to be all over the place with so many upsets. This season has been awesome already, and we are just through 4 weeks, right? This is going to be amazing. Last but not least, Virginia takes down Florida State. So Florida State was the 25th ranked team. They move out of the top 25, and Virginia is playing some high-level football. They're sitting now with that win. They moved from 18th to number 14. That is a big win for Virginia. And then there's a matchup today between two top 25 opponents. You got Notre Dame, who's number 11, facing off against the Tar Heels in North Carolina versus the 11th ranked team in the nation. That's going to be a really good game. My prediction is that the Tar Heels will take down Notre Dame in front of their home fans. I think there's going to be a little bit of an upset there in North Carolina. I guess it's hard to call it an upset when they're the 10 and 11 ranked teams, but if you look at the overalls, I guess it would kind of be an upset. But it is in North Carolina, so they really have the advantage anyways. That's going to be a good game. And here is a look at your updated top 25. So I wanted to show it in this screen because you can actually see the movement and the last game for the team. So Georgia, number 1, Michigan, number 2, Kentucky, number 3, Alabama, 4, Texas A&M, Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, LSU, Washington, Notre Dame, North Carolina, Oregon, Penn State, Virginia, Florida at 15, Arizona, Kansas State, Kansas, Liberty, Ohio State, Clemson, East Carolina, Illinois, Syracuse, and then Texas Tech moving down to 25th, but they're still in the top 25. So you can see that Florida State dropped out, but look at Liberty all the way up there at 19th from the Conference USA. And then Kansas State, surprisingly, they're still ranked 17. They had a huge loss against Tulane, right? But then they had a big win against Oklahoma State. So they're hanging out in the top 20 still. Virginia continues to climb. They're 4-0 on the year, taking down Florida State, moving them out. And then Oregon drops for the second time this year. So after losing to Washington, Washington moves up to 9, and then Oregon swaps with Washington, moving back to 12. This top 25 has been insane, and I'm so excited to see how this season shapes up. I mean, wow. It is going to be electric. Look at this SEC top 25. Are you all kidding me? Look at this. Georgia, Kentucky, Alabama, Texas A&M, LSU, all in the top 10. Again, it's going to be another season that if you lose one game in the SEC, you're probably not going to be playing in the conference championship. Welcome to the Southeastern Conference, everybody. It's just, wow. It can be frustrating sometimes. You know, last year we only lost one game to Georgia, and we weren't able to play in the SEC championship. So it's tough out here in the SEC. Now let's take a look at an update on the recruiting class. We got our first 5-star recruit, a 5-star gem right or left tackle, pass protector, Jose Poe, who has great stats. This is going to be a game changer for this future. Honestly, Jose Poe may be starting pretty early in his career. I hope we get elite development here for this left tackle. We will see. They're going to be a great pass protector. Now, I know we are a very run-heavy team, and their run block is 69. But honestly, with this generational talent, Dan Honeycutt, along with the other generational talent we already had this year at quarterback, Stephen Bullock, with elite development, I mean, we won't be running as much. So maybe 20 times a game, maybe a little bit less. So, yeah, I think that we're sitting in good shape with Jose Poe probably starting as a pass protector, even though we're a run-heavy team typically in these first 2 years. I do think we might start transitioning to maybe a pass-heavy blocking. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. I kind of want to be both. I want to be a hybrid offense, but we will see how this season shapes up, and especially how we feel after we get Dan Honeycutt on campus next year. And it is time for our first Southeastern Conference matchup. We got South Carolina undefeated coming into Lexington, Kentucky to face off against the number 3 ranked team in the nation, the Kentucky Wildcats. Big Blue Nation is going to be fired up today, and we need them to be loud, and our defense is going to have to play better than we played in these past 2 weeks. I mean, defense played pretty good against Nebraska, but against Akron and South Alabama, our defense did not play as well as they should have. But let's take a look at these two teams by the overalls. Kentucky, 88, 87 offense, 90 defense. And South Carolina is having a down year. They're sitting 82 overall across the board when they were sitting in the 85, I want to say, last year, or maybe even 86. So they are having a down year. I believe they lost their quarterback and they lost their starting running back, and their quarterback and running back were really good. And the impact player who's had a huge impact last week and really this entire season, Matthew Horn, is our left end, but Matthew Horn is playing on the right side this year, and he was a converted center. He was an athlete we got in year 1. Matthew Horn had 2 sacks last week. I think he has 4 or 5 sacks on the year. He made so many disruptive plays last week, not only sacking the quarterback, tackles for loss, he was a quarterback spy a lot on the fast quarterback, Gio Lopez from South Alabama, and Matthew Horn, he put the hurtin' on that quarterback there in South Alabama. So he needs to have a big-time game here for this Kentucky Wildcats team, and I'm feeling good. We need to play focused football, not turn over the football, and we need to lock it down on defense. I may put the pressure on South Carolina early. We will see what we're going to do here, but let's see. What uniforms should we wear here? What uniforms is South Carolina wearing? They're wearing all white with the red helmets. Since they're going all white, how about we go all black here for against South Carolina? No, rivalry matchup. I think rivalry matchup, we've got to wear all blue, right? All black is one of my favorites here for the Kentucky Wildcats, but I'm feeling all blue today for this rivalry matchup. Let's go ahead and dive on in. Our first SEC game of the year. Stephen Bullock, freshman, making his SEC starting debut. Let's do this.
Welcome to Lexington, where the sun shines bright literally and figuratively on their old Kentucky home, and the Big Blue Nation ready to get behind these Wildcats in this one. What a matchup we have in store. It's still early in the season, but this is a major test for a couple of squads who've gotten out of the gate undefeated. As we'll see, the winners of 4 straight, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started.
Here we go. Nothing like the nerves of first SEC game. We're in SEC play from here on out, everybody. We better be ready. Alabama next week.
Kentucky about to kick off to get things underway.
We are UK. Come on, Big Blue Nation. Stay fired up today. We need that energy.
He'll bring it out. It's peace. I know
Good play.
He thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So South Carolina's return team certainly didn't do the offense any favors there. And this big fella can beat you in a number of different ways in the passing game, David.
Yeah, so much fun to have a guy that I can rely on, that can beat guys over the middle of the field, that can beat...
Oh, no, they don't have a new quarterback. Sellers is still there.
And I love that this guy has an awesome catch radius. You don't have to be perfect as a quarterback when you throw to him.
Godfrey does it again! Let's go!
And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
I tell you, Godfrey's just upset he didn't start the first 2 games. He's back with the vengeance.
What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
That's an incredible play from Grant Godfrey. Remember, I had him on the bench first 2 games. He was our superstar last year. Had a lot of interceptions. I controlled him most of the year. And took him out, and I started him last week in the nickel formation. And again this week, that's 2 interceptions.
To make an impact from your leaders.
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job.
Really good offensive line, but their defensive front just collapsed there.
For their respective football teams, regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Give to the running back.
Way to make something out of nothing.
The 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. In a competitive
Ryan Gamer slot
like
corner,
SEC,
maybe?
You just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason.
4th and inches.
They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta
Oh, we
down
go
the
for it.
road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play,
it's conference play, everybody.
A lot, every single week.
The offense stays on the field. They just have inches to go on 4th down.
Stephen Bullock. That's what I'm talking about. We're hitting him with the QB blast now.
The Wildcats are threatening on 1st and goal.
The freshman getting the job done.
A run for the quarterback.
And he scores a rushing touchdown.
In the end zone.
On U of K. Grant Godfrey was the big part of that with that interception.
Quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
The team that plays the most physical game, wins on the offensive and defensive front, and does not turn over the football, wins the ball game. Already, we're winning that battle right now. Their defensive front has not showed up. Their offense to an interception first play. Grant Godfrey, when he's in coverage, you better watch out.
They get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone.
Sellers did not respect Grant Godfrey, and Grant Godfrey almost took that to the house.
They desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchdown.
Honestly, I'm going to do a cover 2 shell and run a cover 3 match.
Well,
it's our defense's best play style right now.
Worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into it.
What a play by Gadsden there.
An easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense.
Come on, Godfrey, make another play.
Dropping back, it's Sellers. He's going up top. Reels it in down the left side.
24 just stopped. When I turned into him, he just stopped. It wouldn't let me move forward.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way.
And then when I finally moved forward, it was too late. What in the world just happened there? What is going on with our coverage? Did you see that?
Through the air, I got to be maybe a little.
Fires toward the end zone. And he'll sail it way too far for everybody. And that one's going to be incomplete.
Okay.
He was throwing for the touchdown, but just couldn't get.
We caught a break there that ball was a little bit overthrown, but I'm not arguing.
The running back. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
He had him. He did not need to unleash that throw. He did unleash it, but he didn't need to. Come on, Godfrey. Run. I bit in. Are you kidding me?
He's got space. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. And the Gamecocks are flying down the field. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal.
Got to make that tackle.
Down at the 6.
Yeah, they've got a much slower running back this year than they had last year. It's not even close.
2nd and goal.
They've had a fast running back the past few
Now
years.
he's looking to throw it. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
I mean, when Sellers is on, Sellers dominates. Like when he's in the zone, he made that one mistake with that interception, but he dominated this drive, made good decisions. He missed through one that would have been a touchdown. He ended up scoring a touchdown anyways, but yeah, it's going to be a tough match. Hey, we knew it's going to be a tough matchup, right? When you're in conference play, anybody can win.
Some aggression for the point after. That is an efficient drive.
That was a good drive from South Carolina. Not a great drive from our defense. I think we're going to have to start putting pressure on Sellers.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want them. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So on this next drive, David, I think you keep running.
How is that not intentional grounding? Oh, okay. Yeah. Definitely in the direction of the defender. Everything's fine. I agree with the refs here. I believe that Stephen Bullock might have talked to the refs before the game. And, or Jerry. It's probably Jerry. Jerry's always up to something as the assistant to the assistant defensive coordinator.
Keep pounding away at this defense.
How is that not intentional grounding? That was nuts. Like, I don't think I've seen them miss that. Good run. Good blocking, though. Let's run all over them. There's no way they can stop us. We need to make sure we change and put Anderson here.
Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every time.
How is that not intentional grounding? I guess it was in a receiver's direction. Amazing.
On his way. He's
I'm not sure they can stop our run game.
Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And the Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs.
Keep in mind, this is a defense who's allowed more than 30 points a game besides one game, which was against Texas. Believe it or not.
This is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
He's right on
Good quick throw.
Tackled after picking up the first down.
It's about quick timing.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different
Wait, that's
spots
Brandon
all
White
over the
in.
field all game long.
We don't see him in
Defenses
receiver
got to
too
keep
often.
their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Beautiful read. He's got some good acceleration. He's a lot quicker
Yeah, I think
than you
you're seeing
expect
the
with
experience
81
this guy
speed.
has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense
We've got such a
isn't.
good team this
He's
year.
able
I
to
mean,
attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
I'm hitting with the play action.
You start day one
A
of
bootleg.
training camp running your base runs. You need
And
a
I'm
few
looking at
yards,
Sanders
you
here.
run
Maybe
these plays.
Dugans.
You need a first down. You run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy. They're not pretty. But in the end,
That's all Sanders. That was not a good throw.
Touchdown, Kentucky!
Our tight end is unstoppable.
Methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target.
What a throw.
Play, get the touchdown.
Rolling left for a righty and making a throw. Is that Stephen Bullock or is that Lamar Jackson out there? Are you kidding me? It looks like a Lamar Jackson play, just running full speed and just sending it. Lamar Jackson would have put that ball on probably a better target. I don't know. Actually, when I see that replay, never mind. That's a pretty good target. Well, Lamar Jackson with his speed would have been outside for a touchdown before the defenders could even make a play on the football, right? Lamar Jackson is just so fast.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
Just insane. Lamar Jackson is just so fun to watch.
14-7 lead.
But hey, 14-7, everybody.
Play 75
Offense is in
yard
sync.
drive. And they close the
That's
deal
why
with
in
a
practice,
16-yard throw
wide
for a
receivers and
touchdown.
tight ends always do that drill to where they just have someone beam footballs different directions. They have to catch them from different angles. That is how Sanders caught that. That's all due to practice. And wow, he's good.
And they thought about a return.
This
They
kid
thought better of
is
it. They'll
amazing.
Bring it out to the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the
I'm putting the
attack
blitz
in
on him.
another
Like, I mean, we
offensive
can't stop him. Why
After
not?
standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they
We can't
really
stop 'em.
need
We had
to
a
put
pick.
something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you've played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get
Good
some
tackle.
action.
Is that
Oh,
Godfrey who
now
made
it's
that
on
play?
this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time.
I'm gonna be on the
and
line
give
for a
your
bit.
defense an opportunity to get their win.
Picks up the
That's what
first
Sellers
down and
does.
gets down to
Gonna have to
avoid
start putting
contact.
some spies on him.
The
He can
Gamecocks
move.
in the hurry up.
Nice job
But then
by
if
the
we put a
QB,
spy,
sit
we
back
have
in
to
the
get rid of a
pocket. You can tell
blitzer, so-
he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a
That's a
big shot.
great read. Good design play. We run that play quite a bit. It's a tight end angle. You're sitting a wide receiver underneath, and the tight end does a delayed
That's why
angled
QBs love
route,
their tight
and
ends so much, right?
really
Especially
good-
when
really
they're
good play.
athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains because of his ability after the catch.
And the blitz gets to him
Godfrey
like
just
that.
made the tackle before
When
the
it's a play
quarterback
action
could
pass,
hand
that
off the
quarterback
end
has
around.
to sell the
That
fake.
was
You can't
incredible.
tell His offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no
I'm gonna
shot.
do it. I'm gonna put the blitz on him again. I'm gonna do it. I really don't want to blitz right
How
here,
about
but I
these
think
two
it's gonna
running
work.
Games so far, dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats.
Trayvon Drayton's having a great year.
They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second.
our linebackers are better than our cornerbacks and safeties, so we are doing a nickel instead of a
Now
dime.
the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with
Come
a
on,
sack.
Godfrey, make a play. Come on.
They try to pop a run on the draw.
Yeah, you're not going to run that inside on Gadsden and Kendricks, two run-stopping defensive linemen.
You know, there's an art
Yeah,
to
right.
selling the draw play, and that one was kind of more paint by numbers. Didn't turn out so well.
And the defense, you could tell, they weren't fooled. They were agreeing with your painting by numbers and got in there.
We have to stop them here. Come on.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Going to try to get it himself. On the move at the 30.
That's on me. What did I forget to do? A hot route quarterback spy. Just did not think he could get 3rd and 18. Clearly, I was wrong.
He's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's
That's our
nothing. That's
cornerback's
a
big problem. If I'm playing against us, I'm running a curl 90% of the time. I'm serious. I may run a curl every time.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. He's got it on the
Good
move.
hit.
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Come on,
Going
team.
to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover.
Sellers is such a dynamic talent. He's so hard to stop.
And into the end zone he
I'm
goes.
telling you, I'd run a curl or quick out every time on our defense. South Carolina came to play. They've scored over 30 points every game this year. I mean, keep that in mind. Besides Texas, they scored 19, but that's a really good Texas defense. But Malik makes a big play there. I mean, our cornerbacks never play a curl or anything. Any type of curl they cannot guard. Even if we sit them underneath, but then we sit them underneath, they play over top, so it's tough. This is what you want, a hard-fought game, right? Southeastern Conference play is here. Big rivalry game.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Colorado is currently trailing in this one, but I've seen crazier things at Folsom Field. Trust me when I tell you that. Guess what I'm saying is a comeback could be in the cards. They're trailing by just 4 to Texas Tech.
I'm really thinking about a shotgun play action here.
We've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those
Oh, no, we don't have time.
keeping an eye on it for us.
Do we?
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Line gets set. 1st down.
42 Spider.
Use the play fake. Now to throw.
You just hope they're in man. B was open, but B was my last check. I looked at my check down before I saw B, and it could have been a touchdown. It's a dangerous throw to make, but could have been a touchdown.
Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
After the
Change the
incompletion,
mic to the
it's
left
2nd
because
and
I
10
want him to
from their
actually
own
block.
25. They'll run it from the gun. Finds
Or
that
not.
crease, and he's got 4 out to the
Can
29.
somebody get to the 2nd level? I know we have a new offensive line this year, but they have not done a good job on my favorite run play, which is trips left, inside zone left, or right, depending on what the side of the trips, but
From the gun, wants to pass.
easy 1st down for Brown Stevens.
Makes his connection. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense.
And
they're
now-
out to their own 39
Now we
yard
run a
line.
halfback stretch, and I may hit him with the play action next.
His open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is
What a block by 55. Is that the transfer? I believe that's the transfer. This is when we go play action. What type
I
of
know
play action?
it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can
Spider
pound it away
mesh.
and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
We had like 3 receivers open there. What a play.
Play for this offense as they get it to the 32. That big pickup.
Should we run it in around Dugans? He's really fast.
You can hit the turbo booster.
Oh, this might not work.
Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to
Just
make
kidding.
an easy catch and then advance it.
Dugans with a big block. He missed the block block first, and he just does enough to hit the defensive back, keep him from making a play. What a run.
Getting out of the Houdini-like box.
That's our first end around of the year. And I was questioning Brown Stevens there. He's been a game changer this year. Wow. Defensive contain was really bad from number 93. He bit in big. He bit in big, and it happens.
And he tacked on the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on.
Excuse me for the cough there. Got choked on coffee there, so
see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David.
Let's play some football.
Defense got to do to get a stop here.
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring
pearls all day.
I mean, let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way.
I'm going to run man. We can't run a zone right now.
Comeback route. You've got to sell like you're going deep. And that was
I'm not saying we can run a man much better, but with the shot.
Think he was running deep down the field. So we got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders.
Their running back is big. Like, he looks like a big power back.
And the Gamecocks moving quickly to the line. Might as well stick with him.
Good block by 70. That's how you get to the second level.
On the ground at the 37, but give him 15
Ryan Gamer on the sideline needs to go tell our offensive line, like, that's how you block. Even though they've had a great year, but they have not blocked great this game. Well, they have. They blocked good, but they missed a few key blocks.
And now on second down for this offense.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Unloads it downfield.
That's such a good throw. He put that in the only place for that ball not to be picked off. That is a great throw. Okay. Sellers is on another level today.
That last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Slams it ahead.
Way to make a play. The cornerback, Nichols. He's had a great year of interceptions. I think he has 3 interceptions. But what a tackle. Way to get off the block and make a play.
Quickly complete.
Way to help him out. I believe that was Fearbury who came and helped out on the tackle there. They're on the 1 yard line. What are they going to do? We better run a spy, I can tell you that. Matthew Horn. It might be a quarterback keeper.
Rattling your fillings on third and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield.
I read that perfect. I was following the running back wherever he went. I knew I had a quarterback spy in the quarterback. Beautiful read. Huge tackle from our defensive superstar, Steven Soles Jr. Come on, you two. That is massive. They might fake this.
Take the lead here before the half. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal.
Nope.
He got it.
That is massive. What a stop. Our first defensive stop of the game minus the interception, right? Of course.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather.
Read that play perfect. Soles Jr., he's a game changer. He did great last year, and this year he's dominating. A minute 50, we don't have to panic. We can still run.
On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening.
With our run offense, we can break a play for a touchdown at any time.
Experience in this offense that last drive too on that touchdown.
Hold you block.
Everybody on the same page.
We had Anderson and Stack blocking the same guy, and he got off the block.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt.
You can't make this stuff up.
I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz.
That's pitiful.
This rhythm they got going.
He's back to throw on second down. Gets it out fast. And he's all.
Now we just got to get the first down.
Marker there saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. They get him on the ground,
Beautiful.
but it's a first down.
Nice job by this offense.
Inside seam. We got 46 seconds left. Plenty of time.
And they still did a great job being physical.
That's a touchdown.
Fires one high and deep.
That's a touchdown, Brandon White. 98 speed. You can't guard him.
Kentucky. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Sometimes it's players.
I believe that's his first reception of this dynasty here on the Gamer Builder YouTube channel. I think that's our first reception here on the channel. I've thrown it to him before in some of my other dynasties, but never here on the channel.
And that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
So he does not play receiver very often, but when he's in, apparently we need to look for him. That speed, you can't guard 98 speed there, right? Like, that was unreal.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good.
Amazing. Hey, congrats to Brandon White. That's his first touchdown outside of kick return here in this dynasty.
And the score comes courtesy of an explosive play in the passing game from 60 yards out.
You love to see it, right?
The late touchdown on
Amazing.
the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering.
Yeah, I mean,
And no
with the way
chance
they're
at a
moving the
return.
ball on
They'll
us,
start this drive at their own
we're in
25.
trouble. Let's do a cover forward, play over top.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense.
I wanted them to throw it. He had double post, and I thought for sure we could have picked that off.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
He's going to run it.
I mean, here's the thing. You got to rush 4 on their offensive line because we're getting no pressure anyways. If we rush 3, if we rush 4, it's hard to put a quarterback spy. So I don't even know what to do.
Get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make.
We've got to do a spy.
He did exactly that.
Now adjusting.
Yeah, I mean, we have to. So we're just going to have to not get pressure and hope our 3-man rush can get the job done. This is tough.
And they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
This is really tough. But with Godfrey in there, big plays can happen. 16 seconds left.
It's Sellers. And he'll make the grab.
Did he catch that? Wow, our defensive back almost got that ball.
Great timing there in that throw by
3rd and 1.
Gets it to his guy just in time. He makes the catch.
If I'm them, I did not think that was a catch. I'm glad they're reviewing it.
After taking another
They said it was a catch.
Confirm everything. The officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half.
If I'm them, I'm running it with the quarterback or that. Yeah, because they.
Man just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
Field goal? I don't buy that at all.
This is crazy. These fans are going
There's
absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication.
I was going to say, there's no way they make this. I would have been so upset if they pull out that make.
Still down by 11.
Listen, he's a guy that makes 60-yarders in practice, so they give him that opportunity.
How long was that field goal? It's definitely 60 yards. Looks like it was short anyways.
So they're going to get the football back now. A pretty good field position. There's 6 left on the clock.
Brandon White?
To steal some points here late in the half.
Just enough time for one final play of the half.
Brandon White?
Comes out throwing on 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. It's incomplete.
Okay, so he's not very good at spectacular catch.
Couldn't quite make the connection. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors.
Good throw, though.
Time update.
Thanks, guys. One of the best atmospheres in football, and we've got a fun one from Lexington. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those 2 stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Old Commonwealth Stadium and Kroger Field.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here.
Okay, did you all see it show that end around play again? Did you all see that block from Dugans? That was the block of the year. Are you kidding me? That block right on the side, not blocking the back. It was a perfect sill block on the defensive back there. Phenomenal. If he doesn't make that block, that's not a touchdown. That was a phenomenal block by the wide receiver. And Brandon White, that touchdown was fantastic. Look at our line.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches.
Clear out. Let's do it.
David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, first and 10.
Our offense could end up being the best offense in the nation by the end of the season.
He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout.
Because our quarterback can do that.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs.
Brock Vandegrift led this team to back-to-back national championships.
To the edge.
But we have a quarterback with a much better arm now. This is insane. Like,
he continues to impress as he leads the nation in
I'm
rushing.
fired up for this year.
It's first and
This
10.
is unreal.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
I should have cut
He's
inside.
dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll
Our
be a
quarterback
loss of
just
3.
got his world
Nice
rocked.
play by the defense, but now is a time they've got to be more consistent. They allowed this running back to
I'm
go
looking at
off
Patterson
in that
out of the
first
backfield
half.
here.
Moving forward now, they've got to try and take this
Nope,
running
tight
back
end's wide open.
Makes the catch. It's Sanders. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end.
Dagger smash. I'm looking at Brown Stevens or Agadosi on the outside. Why would they press on the outside here?
Once the tight end made the catch,
Why would you press on such a fast receiver? That's a touchdown. Just kidding.
And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Yeah,
What do I know?
Choose not to run, throw the football.
I
and think a lot of that has to do
misjudged
with
the
they know
speed
they're
of
in
that
field goal
defensive
range.
back.
They can take the 3
I
points on
thought
the
that was a
board.
touchdown all day with Agadosi on the edge there. That was a great coverage. 4th and 7. Do you take the points? You have to.
Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. And he'll have to find the line and generate some power. A 46-yarder from the left.
My most improved part on this video game has definitely been field goals, right? Do you all remember year 1? How could you forget it?
and this guy has been a machine all season.
I missed so many
He
extra
is
points and
absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on.
everything. Last year I got better, but this year I'm even better. Lyles, remember, was a converted punter to kicker. We converted him after year 1 to kicker, and he's done a good job.
They're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a spot on
I
the
don't
board.
know.
Now
I
the
probably
defense is
should
trying
have
to
looked
shut
for
him
the
down.
automatic first down. We did have somebody open there, right? But I thought the one-on-one was open.
No attempt at a return.
I called them out for pressing on the edge,
And the
and
South Carolina offense is back on the field.
what I get.
This is when the
Now, what
pressure
did we
can
run
ramp
against
up
them?
a little
I
bit
have
on
no
an
clue.
offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
Cover
And I think
4
being
and
down
run a
14,
spy?
You can kind of feel that way, but dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Scanning the field, it's Sellers. He's got his
I
man.
thought he was going to throw it
Good
across
job
the middle,
running
and we
that
would have
route
picked
to
that.
get past
That's
the
a good
sticks
decision
because
by
he got
Sellers.
nothing after the catch. Off the play fake on first down.
Come on,
A strike
team.
Downfield. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
For us to be up 31-17 because our offense is playing great. Our defense had some good plays, but they're moving the ball beautifully.
Do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't
get off the block, that's great blocking.
You've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Looking at their depth chart, they do have a really good offensive line, and it's showing today. Their offensive front is dominating right now.
They'll throw it on first down.
Throw it to the tight end, please.
Fires downfield.
Team, we should have 2 defenders over there.
It'll be first and goal.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? You've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
Let's it fly. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecock.
Well, you take a risk. I thought it was a run,
Really
clearly.
nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post right on the numbers, catches the
Oh,
ball
Ryan,
in
we
the end
couldn't
zone.
tell you if you
Touchdown.
thought it was a run. Oh. Almost a great play from the safety there on a run commit.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic.
Good play call. South Carolina is moving the ball so well today. Their offensive line, we can't get through.
And the extra point draws them closer. It's 31.
And if you blitz them, you're in trouble.
We check in
With the
Kevin
fast
Connors.
quarterback,
What's going on,
that
Kevin?
fast quarterback is going to get by the defender, right? Like,
in this fun college football game today.
oh, give the ball to Brendan White. That's a mistake.
Currently
Oh.
trailing in this one, but I've seen crazier things at Folsom Field. Trust me when I tell you that. Guess what I'm saying is a comeback could be in the cards. They're trailing by 11 to
Oh,
Texas
what a
Tech.
block from Tremaine
Just
Stack,
another
the
week
fullback.
of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected.
Well, he's a halfback, converted fullback just for until
They're going to ride this running back.
Patterson, I guess, graduates probably.
Maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out
doing
to
a
the
play action.
41. He just broke the century mark. 100
Wait, this is a
yards
touchdown.
on the ground, and just another day at the office for the national leader in rushing.
I mean, play action, safety bid up. Yeah, he bid up. All day, every day.
From the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
That's a great hot route with 95 speed on the outside on press coverage.
Precision.
They thought we were running it.
Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's
See, that is South Carolina
This defense.
making a mistake. They watched our film from last year, and they're like, this is a run-heavy team. On second and short, third and short, any of the short scenarios, they're going to run. What they forgot, we have a new quarterback. And that
Getting
quarterback
set for the
is
point after.
amazing at every single thing. And he can do play action like it's nothing. And that's what he just did there. He sold the play action. The safety bit a mile up. Easy touchdown. With his takeoff on the edge, Dugans cannot be guarded on press coverage. Most of our receivers can't be guarded. But teams love to press. A bit too
And
much.
it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line.
Have you all noticed that? I do think that is an adjustment they need to make. Is I think they have press coverage on fast receivers too much in this game. The AI defenders, like the play calling, they press too much, in my opinion. And if you have fast receivers, if you play action or if you just read the safety
just pick
and call the right play, I mean,
like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found
you
that
can
dude.
send it over their
They
heads.
scored
They
here.
should not press
We're
as
in
much
for a
as they
ball
do against fast receivers. Against slow receivers, yeah. If you also have a good receiver with a press ability, yeah.
On the keeper.
But if you don't,
And he's got enough
be
for the
careful.
first down. It'll be at the 35.
How often do you see
The
me
Gamecocks
press
want to
anymore?
move quickly.
Never, because I've been beat deep too many times.
Your offensive line is playing in this game. They're getting tremendous movement up front. They're climbing in the second level and really giving these backs and ball carriers.
It is a good
And
thing.
the pressure gets to him. Down goes the
Is that
quarterback.
Robinson? It's a good thing Robinson
Defense
got
just
through
simply
there
not
because
fooled by the play action.
I
Sometimes
abandoned
an
my
offense hoping
coverage.
The run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
That offense having to deal with the
I'm going to be
last
Godfrey
thing you
because
want on
we
first
cannot
down,
guard
giving
this
up
left
a
zone.
sack
Oh,
as they come up to the line on second down.
now we know what they're doing. We're doing a cover 4, and we are making sure we put a spy. And I'm being Godfrey, and I'm guarding this left zone because that's where they're throwing it.
Throws to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Jacob.
That was into triple coverage. Just a perfectly thrown ball and a great catch.
And the Gamecocks are
I was hoping it was another curl.
This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big
I feel like
playmaker.
South Carolina
And
is
money
listening
down,
to me
third
right
down,
now.
find it. I mean, you want to find
Good thing
that
you did a
matchup
secure
because he's
catch.
gonna win, and
But
he gets a good
I feel
release,
like they're
gets down
listening to me
field.
on the
You see
headset.
That's your playmaker. That's your guy. Get it to him. Get the first down.
Wide out in motion. Trying to find his man on first down. Going
That's a
for
pick.
the ball.
Get out of here,
And that one
Sellers.
is picked off in the end zone. And he's brought down.
Dooley
Defense
sitting
gets the
right
ball
there.
back for its own.
He misread that
Defense
one.
comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel on the field, you want to run the ball against it because you got small.
Sellers is making too many mistakes on the day. He is no pressure there. He just misreads Dooley big time. He's played a great game, don't get me wrong, but a couple of big mistakes have really cost them. Like, if without those mistakes, they might be winning because they are moving the ball on us like it's nothing. But those key mistakes cost them the game so far. Look at the freshman.
That's how you lead the nation in rushing. One more quarter to play.
He said that's how you lead the nation in rushing. It showed passing stats, did it not?
Second down here as they go back to work after the break.
This could be another touchdown.
He's looking to throw.
Nope. Illegal touching.
Flushed out of the pocket. And he just chucks
They
it
did.
into the
They did a
fourth
good
row.
job. There, they did press
Good decision by
coverage
the
and
QB,
they
outside
did
the
it to
pocket,
perfection.
trying to find
So
an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Facing a third
I'm doing a
down
kind of a
short
levels
from the
concept in a
26.
way here.
From the gun, wants to pass.
It's a terrible
And
throw.
here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. And
He's
the
wide
senior
open.
just took that one
Why
out
did I
of the air
lob
and
that?
sends it the other way.
Listen, the enemy is the clock, right? You're down by 2 scores. You got to make something happen. Really, really good job by the defense, forcing the turnover, getting the ball back to your offense. Now you got to go score, and I got to get one
Why
more
did I
stop.
lob that?
And the
YouTube?
South
What was I
Carolina
thinking?
offense is back
It's
on the
a
field.
simple bullet throw.
Well,
I
they had
panicked. I
that
thought it was
last
under
drive
pressure,
moving a little bit,
but
David,
after I threw it, I'm
then
like,
the
it's not even
mistake
close.
just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You got to throw the
Touchdown, South Carolina!
That's on
And
me.
They add 6 more to the board with that trip to the
A bullet
house.
throw there, it's like a 20-yard gain.
They got the score they needed, but this isn't over.
No, don't call it a comeback yet. The first part, step 1 accomplished, but this offense obviously still has work to do, but the defense has to go out and get a stop and get him the ball back.
Can't blame anybody but yourself on that
And with
one,
the
right?
extra
Can't blame
point,
Stephen
every
Bullock.
little bit counts as they get closer. That's exactly what you want to do. when
Hip
you have
bursitis.
high
Kyle
field
Kendricks,
position.
he had leg cramps
Quickly,
last
they
game and
did.
now
One
hip
play,
bursitis
they
this
put it
game.
on
I
the
think he
board.
had leg cramps, right? Am I making this up?
About to kick it off after
Maybe.
punching it in for the touchdown.
I wish I was making up that interception I threw.
No return coming. He'll
That's
call
just
for the fair
unacceptable in my opinion. Like, I know better than that, and I don't know what I was doing. I just thought I had to throw it real fast. I wasn't under as much pressure as I thought. Offensive line was holding up. You got to bullet that in there.
Yeah,
It's all right.
A little bit of
Move
pressure
on.
now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
Recognize your mistakes.
Those
Move
plays
on.
you
Try not
know
to
you
make
can
them
run in your
again.
sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the
If
fourth
they didn't have their star cornerback over on the outside there, I would do a play action, but we're not getting over top that corner. Great run.
His way to the 38 after gaining 5.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance.
just want them to
picks
block
up
the guy
positive
to the right.
yards,
That's
breaks
it.
tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through.
Can somebody explain to me why our team is blocking that play so much differently this year? Is that just... It's different personnel, of course, but like last year we blocked that play to perfection. This year, We have not, but this is a touchdown.
And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's
One
gonna
of
happen.
these vertical streaks is going to be open. Rashard Dugans.
He's going to let
What a
one fly
throw!
down the middle. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. And they were
Freshman?
looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive.
We are witnessing generational talent. We saw Brock Vandegrift make that throw a couple times last year, right? Getting tackled and just throwing a dime.
Really moving the ball quickly.
Very rare, but it happened a couple
He's
times.
looking to throw it.
That's a touchdown to the tight end, the sophomore. Another touchdown pass.
Kentucky. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Hey, you trust your quarterback after a mistake. You trust him.
Miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
That just gets in the zone, right? And you can't miss. You've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't
I
just let
agree.
him pick you apart.
I agree with the commentator. Their play calling on the defensive side today has not been good. And I understand they're 82 overall, but still, South Alabama caught a better game covered. No, they didn't. Akron is the one who did. But yeah, they're not switching up their coverages very good. They're running like the same thing, and then they were caught in a cover 0 there, expecting me to run it, but with 95 speed receivers in so many spots.
He lost it high and deep down the left side.
It was open. That was a good play call, but
through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive
yeah, I
play
don't
right
know
there
what
for
South
the
Carolina
people
is
who
doing on the
couldn't reel
defensive
it in.
side. You can blame their defensive coordinator. I wouldn't blame their personnel at all. I blame the play calling, really.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. With the catch, it's Swartz.
It could be that they don't have the personnel though to play a lot of the coverages they want, right?
On 3rd down, going up top.
That's on me.
Complete with
He fumbled.
conviction on the crosser. And it's loose. Defense
We got
falls
it.
on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
The more hats you have
Kentucky football. Come on.
Guys with their hands wrapped around guys.
They stripped it. Kelm Dooley, the sophomore. What a hit. Oh my. Watch this hit. He got crushed. Right into the football. Yes. That is what I'm talking about, team. I mean, he got crushed. I'm throwing it. I have full trust in our quarterback.
Was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Every time I say
Oh,
something.
looks like the
Run the
offense was
football,
able to
Ryan.
recover it. The drive
You have full
continues
trust in the
after that
quarterback.
fumble
You don't
scare
say.
sent the offensive coordinator's
Actually.
blood pressure into orbit.
Full trust in your quarterback, Ryan, really. Yep.
On the move and looking deep. This will be picked off. Maybe just the turning point they needed. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
All right, sense of urgency now has to go through the roof for this team. They needed their defense to come up with that turnover right there. So if you're on offense, you got to get these plays called. You got to get aggressive, take some shots, because you can now go and win this game.
Listen, I don't even know what to say.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean,
Nobody saw that, right? Oh, welcome back to Gamer Ability, everybody. Glad you all went, took a break for that last drive. Nothing to see there.
Score touchdowns every time.
Trust quarterback, fumble, and then interception.
Looking to pass, it's Sellers. Wide open downfield.
Lock it in, defense. We cannot let South Carolina come back. Our defense is what we expected.
This defense,
I mean,
better
really.
not blink. I know they've got a
We
lead
expected
here in
a
the fourth quarter,
defense
but just look at who they're going
where
against.
we
This
get
quarterback
thrown
is
all
one
over.
of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Complete to the right.
Somebody's going to have to make a play
He will step out of
indeed.
bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And there's no quit in this team. Obviously, they're trailing late in the game, but they're trying to make it happen. We've seen 2 big plays now, back-to-back. They're putting pressure on this defense.
We cannot play curl routes. It doesn't matter what coverage we're in. It doesn't matter if we're man. It doesn't matter if we're zone.
Move the sticks with the first down. From the red zone, he's going to throw it.
They're our biggest weakness. We knew that.
Gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
We knew that.
After the big first down sack, it's second down.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play.
Are you in my zone?
Down yourselves and one play turns to 2. Nice job by this defense. Creating some momentum.
Why were we bunched up in our zones?
And hoping not to settle for a field goal. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He'll try to do it himself.
This quarterback spy, now they're going to have to go for it.
Gets down without taking a hit.
At least our defense had big turnovers this game. Without those, we lose.
They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The sure hands, it's Jacobs.
I told him to sit underneath. It's a good thing I did. The only reason we stopped that curl, probably. Deal in a row.
After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out
72? Are you just running sprints?
No.
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right?
Drayton just got hurt.
You got to learn how to handle these
You're
mistakes.
kidding me.
From their own 23, it'll be 1st and 10.
I still can't believe that interception. Stephen Bullock has played a great game. Interceptions were all on me. I mean, that's just unfortunate.
Keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Now, after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard
broken
line.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to
can
get
we have a
lot more
conversation?
physical, especially in the middle.
I have played this game
We reached the 2-minute warning in this offense.
every day since its launch.
Away a
Multiple dynasties. I have never seen a long-term injury, and it happens to be our superstar starting running back. Broke his collarbone. The first long-term injury I've seen in this game for my team. I've seen it for other teams. Wow, that's the first broken bone I've seen.
Still running at the 40. Oh, look out. Boy,
Painful time for it to happen, right? But good thing we have Patterson, right? We know he can play. But, oh no. Patterson says, don't worry, coach. He got out of bounds. Don't you worry, coach. I got your back. The South Carolina defensive line is having a down year.
Those last 2 and now facing 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run.
The young Tremaine Stack is going to have to play fullback and backup running back.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5.
I knew they were blitzing. Quick throw to Sanders. 6 touchdown passes. Come on.
With that, the lead, nice and comfortable.
What's that dance move, Sanders? What's that one called?
How about it? Everyone getting involved, getting the big tight end involved. This offense has done an unbelievable
Hey, we
job
can score.
scoring points. This defense has had no answers. Just keep it rolling, offense.
Here's the thing.
Kick it away after
They
scoring a
would be
touchdown.
tied with us now if it wasn't for the turnovers and the mistakes they had on offense. It's crazy to think about, but it's true.
Instead, they'll take the touchback. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Not a lot of
Our
hope here,
defense
down
has
3
had big
possessions
turnovers,
late.
but we have not played
I
good.
love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single
They've
time.
had their way
I'm trying to pad my
on the
stats. I'm
offensive
sure
side,
they're just
minus
trying to stay up.
huge
Well, we're definitely just trying to
mistakes.
stay alive at this point.
And that's
You're
on their
also trying to
quarterback, right?
build
That's on
confidence,
Sellers,
too, for
but
your next opponent.
still.
If you can find some completions late in the game, even though it looks like you're going to lose it, it's all about building.
If I'm another
good
team,
things you
that
do
is the
this
route
week so
I'm
that you're
throwing
out
all
executing
day.
at a higher level.
I'm not convinced that was a catch, but I can't do anything about it.
It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41.
But a curl on us
He's gonna
on
pass.
any coverage is going to work.
Pressure coming.
Good play.
Strong pass
4
rush.
sacks
Gets
today,
to the
though. We'll take
quarterback,
that.
and they get him at the 46. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Back to pass. It's Sellers. And
What a
he
play.
feels it. He's
Robinson
coming
getting
in,
pressure.
brings him up. Another
3rd and
sack.
19. Got to make a
And the
stop. Play over
Gamecocks
top.
come to the line in the hurry up. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep.
Now our
And the
defensive
pressure
line is
gets
dominated.
going
These are coverage
again.
sacks, though, you
Another
know?
sack.
These
The
are
offense
coverage
failed
sacks
to
right now.
convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their
No way I'm
thinking
running
here.
this spy because there's no way they get this.
Corner's going to give them room. On 4th down, trying to find his man. A deep throw.
Right
is
to
across
Nichols.
down.
He has the
And
platinum
here's the
interception
3rd
ability.
interception of the night.
His 4th interception of the year.
What a play he made. Makes
Let's
the
go,
interception,
Kentucky.
then Takes it back to the 36.
Come on.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late. in the
Y'all
game.
think what
You
I'm
got a
thinking?
multi-possession lead. Take away
Everybody
all
shook
the
their
good
head
stuff.
no besides
Make
me.
them force the football into coverage. They do.
Everybody
They
shaking their head
stamp
no,
this game.
Ryan. Oh, yeah.
Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Final minute. This game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great. with how
See,
they're
I'm going to get
able
myself into
execute
trouble this year with this quarterback.
plays all game long. They can essentially
Let's not
stay
get
on
anybody
top,
hurt.
put your defenses
I'm going to
down
get
the road of the
myself into
schedule.
trouble
They're
with
gonna be
this
tough to contend
quarterback.
with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just
Kentucky
relax,
dominates.
Go back to the locker room, know they're
Come
gonna get
on.
it.
Plenty
Wow,
of
we got a
fireworks in this
quarterback.
one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
Yeah, it's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you, and you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And man, we saw that here today.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
You know, I'm sorry to all the South Carolina fans out there for having to watch that beatdown in Lexington, Kentucky today. Kentucky 52, South Carolina 31. They made too many mistakes offensively, and honestly, what lost them the game, in my opinion, is their defensive play calling. You know, we played Akron this year, called a better defensive game than that South Carolina team. And they have too much talent in that secondary to allow what they just allowed. And their defensive line did not get any pass rush, but that's their big weakness this year. They have a good offensive line. We saw that, but they struggle their defensive line is some of their worst positions this year. And you saw it out there. They could not stop the run. They could not stop the pass. We did throw a couple interceptions. Those should have never happened. That is just a fantastic game from this Kentucky Wildcats team offensively. Defensively, minus those big plays, the turnovers. Without those turnovers, we may lose this game 54-52. Crazy to say that that's even possible. Our secondary is a mess. When your linebackers are some of your best defenders, like in zone and man, that's when you know you're in trouble. Yes, we have Nichols, and Nichols can play. I mean, that interception at the end, he made a couple mistakes overall, but that secondary cannot guard curls. They cannot guard man. They cannot guard zone. I mean, we better be ready for Alabama to throw about 45 touchdown passes against this Kentucky team, because that offense is not near as good as the Alabama offense we're about to face off against next week. But is Stephen Bullock ready for SEC play? Yeah, I think so. This kid is amazing. He should have had 6 touchdowns, no interceptions. That's on me. We cannot blame the freshman quarterback at all. That is all the wrong input, like lobbing it instead of sending it. And then I should never thrown that one play. I don't know what I was thinking. But Drayton, broken collarbone, everybody. Starting running back. Now Patterson came in and just, what did he get? 50 yards after that in 2 runs? Yeah, it's pretty good. We ran all over him. 244 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns, but we lost our really Heisman performing running back. When you talk about his numbers on the year so far, I mean, he was on pace to maybe win Heisman. He wasn't on the Heisman list, but I think he would have been. I mean, that is embarrassing, is it not? That, honestly, it is embarrassing for that South Carolina defense. But honestly, it's even more embarrassing for that South Carolina offense. Because if they don't throw into those spots, right? That the first interception and then the other interceptions, none of those balls should have been thrown, right? But Sellers threw them, and that last one, you know, is into the game. You're trying to make a play. I'll excuse that one. But the other 3, no. Like, you can't make those throws. Now, have I made those throws? Yeah. Did you all watch last season? Yeah. I mean, this season, not as much, but I did make a couple ones that game, but I also threw six touchdown passes. But yeah, I do that too. But they should have. Their defense let them down, and that offense played great. They just made too many mistakes. It wasn't an offensive play calling issue. So 3 interceptions. I thought we had 4. It was a offensive execution problem. We had 4 turnovers. They had that fumble loss. That's right. But we had 2 interceptions, unfortunately. We had 563 total yards. They had 515. And they put up a lot of points. We put up more. This team is amazing. Look at Stephen Bullock. Look at this kid. Another quarterback rating over 200. 14 for 22. 283 yards. 5 touchdowns. 2 interceptions. Did we have a rushing touchdown? We must have. Yeah, we did. Okay, we had a rushing touchdown as well. Running back, 20 for 135. And we honestly have been holding them to about 20 carries a game, which is a good amount. You don't really want to get much higher than that. And yeah, the wear and tear just hit them, and that's an injury. Our first big injury of this dynasty. My first broken bone seen from my team in this video game. You hate to see it. Rashard Dugans had a great game, and Sanders, I mean, 4 catches and scored on 3 of them. We have a dynamic tight end. This kid, I hope he gets to about 85 overall by the time he finishes here for Kentucky. That way we see him go pro. He's been amazing. Brandon White, his first catch in this Kentucky offense in this dynasty is a touchdown. He returned kicks in year 1 for a touchdown, a couple of them. But his first reception touchdown here for Kentucky, he beat everybody on that route. You put him in the slot. Good things are going to happen. I can't talk here at the end of this video. I'm just shocked. This team is amazing. We knew this team was going to be good, though, right? 2.5 sacks for Robinson. Matthew Horn, his sack streak continues. And then Gadsden and Godfrey as well. The interceptions go to Nichols, Dooley, and Godfrey again. Yeah, I think Godfrey has earned his starting spot back. I just wanted him to work for it. That's all. I'm going to pause the video, take a couple screenshots, and then we got recruiting, and we'll take a look at the road ahead. You know, YouTube, I have a question for you. Do you want to win or do you want to lose? Oh my. We won national championships back-to-back years, and this team is better than that team, especially from an offensive position. Our offense is fantastic. Yes, our secondary has gotten worse. Our defense has gotten worse. We lost Andrew Parker. He's now the head coach of Stanford. We need to see how Stanford's doing, right, with their new head coach. But we lost our secondary. You know, our defensive coordinator saw that we were losing our secondary, and he's like, I'm out. Unfortunate. But yeah, our defense has to be one of the worst right now in points allowed per game. But as far as turnovers, I feel like we have to be up there. So that's a plus. But yeah, I'm proud of this team. This offense, this is a much better offense. This is the best offense we've seen so far. And we need it because with the way our defense allows a whole lot of production, yeah, we're going to have to score a lot. Now, we could start blitzing, but the problem is against South Carolina, their offensive line was so good. They picked up the blitz good. And when we did blitz, I don't know. We didn't really, maybe we had success on one of them. But I mean, when you blitz a fast quarterback, it can create some problems and get out of the pocket. And Sellers is very fast. I mean, he can get out of the pocket, he can make plays, and he made a lot of mistakes that game. So maybe we should have pressured him a bit more. That might have been the secret. But we got the job done. 52-31. Okay, now it's time to move on to some recruiting. Our team is scoring a lot of points. And just think, next year our offense is going to get better. So we have a 5-star gem left tackle. We already have our first verbal commit here of the year from Glendale, Arizona. And then the generational receiver right here. Oh my. Dan Honeycutt. Dan Honeycutt, we are leading the way, might make his decision after we advance the week. Exciting things coming for this receiver right here, right? 99 speed, 96 acceleration, and takeoff ability. Wait, have you always... That's new, right? Oh, that must have been what came with the new update. You can hit the right stick and move. That is a good quality of life change right there. Good quality of life change right there. That's great. Okay, and then we got Andres Robledo, who may make his decision pretty soon. He's getting there. He's getting there. And we are hard selling already. Nothing we really need to change there. We did open up 65 hours, landing Jose Poe. Are we leading the way here? We are. Elijah Schooler. He's getting closer. He's still not very far in making his decision, but we got the hard sell going. We don't really need to change it. We're leading the way. Hopefully his visits don't go well in... Is that the Husky? Is that the Huskies? Is that UConn? I believe that is UConn's logo. I might be wrong. And then Michigan. That is a nice quality of life change. Just you flick the right stick down instead of having to hit B and go down. That's great. Because it stays on the tab you're on too. That is fantastic. I'm actually surprised that wasn't in the game at launch, you know? Like when you're play testing the Dynasty, I feel like that would really frustrate you when you're play testing. It's like, why can't I just hit a button to go up and down? I don't know. I guess nobody noticed it. Quentin Bartley, defensive tackle, 5-star gem, another 5-star gem. He may be a starter day one, honestly. 79 speed at defensive tackle, 6'2", 309 pounds. Please don't go to Georgia. Or, no, he's not going to Florida State. There's no way. And then the other generational talent at wide receiver, 6'6", 217 pounds with 50-50 and sure hands. Don't worry, we're going to get these freshmen in the lineup. I don't know how. I don't know how we're going to do it next year because I don't think we're losing a lot at wide receiver. But we're going to find a way to get the job done and put both the freshman receivers in. Because I think we all want to see him play, right? Look at Stephen Bullock and what he's done for this team already. Like, we have to do it, right? Okay, Jamal Carter. This is the cornerback with very high level speed. 98 speed. How many times am I going to forget that I can do this? Probably every time. Let's be honest. Yeah, we're leading the way. Louisville has a visit, and he's getting close. I'm not afraid of Louisville's visit, though, right? Are you all? Maybe I should be. Can we sell yet? Yes, we can. That's a plus. Could we have hard sold before? Or no, this was the one we were in between, right? At least I hope so. This is a perfect sell. Louisville does have the proximity to home as well, but I don't know what Louisville's coach prestige is, and I also don't know what their athletic facilities are. Hopefully they're lower, but we will see. Actually their athletic facilities are probably pretty good. I don't know about coach prestige though. So we might have a very similar hard sell. Oh, look at this hard sell. A+, A, and A+. This was the one we were in between multiple ones, and we need to hard sell right now. Because this is one we were about to lose. We were really close to lose this one. We're going to hard sell the championship contender, conference prestige, and pro potential. That is a perfect hard sell. And Syracuse has been hard selling already. So this is one where some people might schedule a visit. But look what we have. It's so risky to schedule a visit on any of these opponents. Like, I never schedule visits really anymore, honestly. I just never really do it across any of my dynasties unless I really have to, because I've lost too many games and too many recruits that I really wanted. Like, we may lose this recruit anyways, but their visit is not till week 11, and we have plenty of time to hard sell. We definitely win the hard sell over Syracuse. Like, there's no shot they win the hard sell over us. There's no shot, right? Now, Ohio State probably does win the hard sell depending on what their sell is, because we can hard sell now, right? I believe we can, but should we? Why are we not? I'm sure there's a reason we were soft selling, because we probably were unsure, maybe. Oh no, it's because we didn't have the hours. That's right, because we didn't have the hours. But A+, I know Syracuse doesn't have the A+ championship contender, so I don't know about their athletic facilities. I still think we can lock them in. Now, maybe we do add some more hours. We'll think about that, because we still have this left in Kellenic run stopper who we need some more on, and we're in their pipeline. Yeah, we need some more influence on. And Penn State Notre Dame is making a push, and we had their hard sell, and it's a perfect hard sell. Like a dream hard sell, honestly. You always love when you have that perfect hard sell, because you know you're going to gain so much influence. And sometimes when they're close to making the decision, they'll just go ahead and say, yeah, I'm going to Kentucky. And then this is a 5-star right tackle. We are leading the way. We already had the hard sell, and it's a perfect hard sell. They probably will be coming to Kentucky. No other school has a visit scheduled yet. LSU does have a visit scheduled for Avery Scruggs, the strong safety here. 92 speed. Would love to have this player. From Purvis, Mississippi? Is that Mississippi? Maybe. I could be wrong there. Let's see. Starter. We have it already. Okay. We're good. And then Tyler Beebe. Oh, we are dominating here. Tyler Beebe, 5-star right in. How many ins are we getting this year? I mean, hey, when you have talent like this, 5-star talent that wants to come to your school, you lock them in. You can always move positions. We can always move stuff around depending on their skills. This is an 82 speed power rush right in. It's pretty good. Here I do it again. I keep hitting B. I don't know if I'm ever even going to use that feature because I keep forgetting, right? It's a great feature to add, quality of life. But so yeah, we're leading the way here too. And we have the perfect hard sell. I am kind of worried about some of these visits, but like Brandon Myers is so close to coming to Kentucky. Joshua Blunt. Do we have the hard sell? We do, and it's a good one. So let's stop sitting the house. Let's go ahead and hard sell. They still got plenty of time before they make their decision. Oh, perfect. A+, A, and B+. It's not perfect, but it is a good one. And let's add maybe 5 more hours. What do we have? 60 hours going? I think that'll be fine. And then Ramon Marquez. It's in the house. So we have their sell, but it's not good. A C- I usually avoid. Even if it's an A+ championship contender, C- you can sometimes it can turn them away. And we're leading the way. Ohio State in second. We can add 5 hours to max out. And I kind of want to max out on... What's another one that we're close in? That we're losing? I guess we need to look at the ones that we're losing. Syracuse and Ohio State are both winning, and they both have visits scheduled. Visual? Let's just max out on the free safety, because we already have a 5-star left tackle. We need secondary, so we're gonna max out here. Syracuse, we're coming for you. Ohio State, we're coming after you as well, but just not as aggressive yet. Okay, it's time for the weekly events. Let's see what we get here. Coming off a huge win, you all know what we got next. Our toughest test of the year. Playing against Alabama in Alabama. I don't know how their season's going. We're about to find out. One time for recruits. Come on. One time. Give us Dan Honeycutt. Come on, Dan. Dan Honeycutt. Okay, next year is going to be electric. Stephen Bullock Dan Honeycutt, this offense is going to be unstoppable in year 4. Look what we are already. Our team is only going to get better. Dan Honeycutt, generational talent at wide receiver, is now a Kentucky Wildcat. May go down as the best receiver in Kentucky football history. You're kidding me! They must have been friends. Hierro, 6'6" receiver from Miami Gardens, Florida. Are you kidding me? Back-to-back generational talents here. YouTube, this just got real serious. Next year, oh my, we are going to find a way to start both of them. Avery Scruggs, we got a 5-star strong safety as well. We're going to free up a lot of hours as well. Braden Myers, 5-star defensive tackle. We started the hard sells. We were patient. We were consistent. And now we're first on all of their lists. Besides, we have people who already got to their top 5 that we weren't scouting or we weren't spending time on, right? That is incredible. Alabama is 3-1. Let's see actually who took down Alabama. I'm really interested in seeing who actually beat Alabama. What a recruiting class. Are you kidding me? This might go down. This actually already is going down as probably the best recruiting class I've had in this game. With the generational talent. That's insane. So they lost to Clemson big time. Okay. Alabama had a bye week. They were on they won against West Virginia, USF, Florida State. And then they had a bye week. Came out flat after that bye week. Got crushed by Clemson. That was in Clemson. And now they're back at home. Their first 3 games. No, never mind. West Virginia, that was away. Close game. Then they won both their home games. And they're back at home playing against the 3rd-ranked Kentucky Wildcats. Oh, my. I guess luckily for Alabama, that was not a conference game. So we are actually their first conference game. They have not had a loss in the conference yet. So that loss is not like a massive loss. It's massive for the top 25, right? They're 11 now. But this Alabama team is really good. Actually, what are they? Oh, okay. Yeah, hey, we know how good that Alabama team is. How many times have we played them? Yeah, a couple times. A couple too many, honestly. But we usually play them in the postseason, right? We've never played them in the regular season yet. This is the first time here in year 3. We played them. We sure have played them in the playoffs, right? And we played them in the SEC championship, I believe, in year 1, right? Oh, my. And then I think we played them in the playoffs in year 1. Did we play them in the playoffs 2 years in a row? Have we played Alabama 3 times, but none in the regular season? I can't remember. But wow. Just wow. There's a little teaser at the top 25. I'll talk about the top 25 in the next episode, but I am scared of this Alabama team. 91 overall, and they're coming off a huge loss against Clemson. And you better believe those fans there in Alabama are going to be fired up for that game. Stephen Bullock, keep in mind, is a freshman quarterback, has not played on the road yet either. Has not played on the road. Let's take a look here at the recruits we got just to celebrate it. Look at this generational talent. Wait, who did we lose? You're kidding me. There's no way. They went before the visits? They chose Syracuse and Ohio State before the visits. Do you know why? They got lucky with the interest. They learned the interest way sooner than we did. They were able to hard sell much sooner than us, and they won. You're kidding. Okay, you have fun there at Ohio State. Yeah, have fun. You have fun there at Ohio State. You have fun there at Syracuse. Lost out in two gyms. That's so unfortunate, but we can't complain. We have the best recruiting class you could ever imagine. Honestly, with the amount of 5-stars we're getting, we're going to have the best recruiting class in the nation. I mean, Georgia has 12 4-star, 1 5-star. We have 5 5-stars, but no 4-stars yet. It's because we're spending so much time on so many 5-stars. We're going to lose out on almost all of our 4-star talent. Kind of crazy to think about. So, yeah, recruiting will be at the next episode, and we will have a lot of recruiting to do. We got locked out of some. I can go ahead and remove those, but yeah, we have a lot of recruiting to do, actually. It might take a while at the end of the next episode, so that's going to be fun. I'm very upset we lost out here. on Kamara and Gaskin. I'm not really worried about Gaskin, but this Kamara is a great free safety. This one's kind of heartbreaking, honestly. 94 speed, has road dog, good zone coverage, good man coverage, good, not great play recognition though, but they're still really good. And they could be elite development, you never know. But big thank you to all of you all for watching this video to the end. This Kentucky Wildcats offense is fantastic. We are a different team without Andrew Parker, our defensive coordinator from a year ago. This new team is not a defensive focused team. We are an offensive heavy team, a pass heavy team. Who would have thought that? Now we are without our running back. Let's actually, before we head out, let's see the injury report. 7. Okay, so he's out 7 games. Well, okay, so he's out the rest of the year. He'll be back in the playoffs, so we'll have him in the playoffs and the national championship, so at least he'll be back, but that is a heartbreaking injury. Heartbreaking injury for the young player. He'll be back, though, next year. Don't you all worry. He'll be back. He'll be back, and he'll play at a high level. But I will see you all in the next one. A huge matchup. Be sure to drop a like before you go. It really helps the channel. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you next time. As always, have a fantastic day, everybody.